bouncing right in our head. Wow. Look at how many people are in front of the dairy. Wow, man. It always seems to be like wherever there's Dairy Queen, where I've lived at least, it's like a meeting place. It's like a loitering place. I don't know why. Like no other ice cream place is like that. It's weird. It's not even that good, to be honest with you. Like it's average at best. So I never really understood that. Yeah. Down here. The next one. And yeah, I mean, you see that amount of people out there. That's a lot. And unlike a lot of other businesses that are, I mean, they're not huge either, Dave. It's not like a really big company. It does okay, like in the warmer weather, but like, it hasn't really seemed to be effective by all the stuff that's going on, which is probably run by a Mason or something. That's probably why, but yeah, it always seems to be. This is 59, I guess. 59. Bit early. This is 55. That's 55. Oh, 32. Okay. Yeah, it's weird. Like wherever you are, there's like a neighborhood. At least in places where I've lived, you see that same scene there. There's police car number 68 stalking on. Does it go to work tonight? Yeah, no. Police car number 68. Approximately 9:35 p.m. The time on the glasses is not accurate. Neither is the date. I can't get the date and time to update properly for these ones. These are some newer ones, so. But the picture quality's not too bad at night with these. So that's car number 68, and the police car's turning into the motel because they know I'm going to the stop that's right near there. So they're turning into that motel there. They'll probably come back out when the bus comes that I'm going to get on or something. Because that's all they do. They just do stuff like that. Disruption tactics, essentially. That's their job, is to harass people. It's not to protect anyone or do anything positive. It's to harass people for wrong think. For not thinking the way the controllers want you to think. And that's what they do. They're the enforcement arm of the controllers. Masons, essentially, right? So, and then they get their little... their extra privileges for doing that. Then they're going to come back out now and drive back the other way here. So you saw they just turned there at the motel, sorry, and the stop that I'm going to is right here. Now they're going to come back out again, having done nothing there. They didn't do anything. They just drove down there, pulled into the motel parking lot, and drove back out again. That's basically all they're doing. Would you expect them to be doing anything productive? I mean, if you've seen the 3 years of footage I've shown, I'm sure you wouldn't. So, but that's why they hire people typically for those in those positions with really low IQs, not very intelligent people, because those are people that'll just follow instructions mindlessly, that don't think for themselves. That's who they want in these positions. Not just in the police, but in all organizations now. It's much easier to control them if they don't have any capacity for really thinking critically. And you can tell based on many of the interactions I've had with these people that I've shown that they don't have any capacity for that. Nor do they have any capacity for empathy either. They can put on a front and pretend that they do, but really they're all psychopaths. So there they are for tonight. Car number 68 as I'm on my way to work, and there's the bus here. And a biker gang right in front of the bus, as you can see here. Right in front of the bus. There you go. So the police and the biker gang tonight. Just take a look here. I think there will be somebody here on the left side. I got my phone with me tonight too, so you know they can track where you are much more precisely. Not that they can't do that in general, but okay. So there's nobody there on this side now. Let's see. On the left, nobody there either. Okay, this is the first night this week when there hasn't been somebody out here doing lookout. And not like they were competent people, competent enough to do lookout. They just stick somebody there with a phone sitting there. So anyway, okay, we'll come up this way this time. As I look down from there, there didn't appear to be any cars at that spot across the street. But I got a bit of time. It's just 12 minutes after 10. So, whoa, rabbit there. Let's see that rabbit there. So the timestamp on the glasses is not accurate. Neither is the date. These ones won't update, unfortunately, to the proper date. Tried everything to get them to update, but nonetheless, they're pretty decent other than that. So it's a newer pair. So what I've got now is I've been taking. Well, I take a number of body cams with me wherever I go, just as backup in my bag, and so I've got an area where I can strategically position one of them, so I can pick up these stalking cops and the biker gangs without it being obvious where it is. I can turn it so that the street sign isn't visible, so it just looks like a generic location, and I can pick up their stuff at night. So it's in an area where I can still kind of keep an eye on it. So from a distance. So yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to get some of that tonight, and I can put some of that up, because you can't tell where it is. There's no way of proving where that is from the vantage point. So you can pick up all these stalking biker gangs that they've been sending in the police, so that'll be good. And hopefully they'll give me some of that tonight. We'll see. They probably will. It's Friday. So it's the Friday of the Victoria Day long weekend. Another holiday for a tyrant, for the royal family, Queen Victoria, these psychopaths, these inbred creeps who we have to honor with holidays. For tyrannically, basically, for oppressing us and treating us like cattle, we have to honor these wonderful elites like the royal family with holidays and their bloodline. So Queen Victoria, of course, that's her, the Victoria Day holiday. So we got to have all these wonderful fireworks for these tyrants and celebrate their lives of tyranny. So anyway, it's a holiday on Monday, so. But yeah, just walking down the pathway here. They'll probably have a bunch of people out here when I come out. Maybe they'll have some synchronization with the constables or the police or something. Usually up at that intersection up ahead, they have stuff like that. So you saw in Gatineau tonight, they had the police drive up alongside me, then turn in to that motel, come back out, and then right as the bus that I was getting on came down the street, they had a biker gang purposefully driving in front of the bus, because the police work with criminal biker gangs and allow them to traffic and sell narcotics. And so they participate in these harassment campaigns of law-abiding citizens too, alongside the drug trafficking police. So yeah, it's wonderful times. It's just a great place to be in a wonderful country like this, when everything is so, wonderful. So anyway, you don't want to dwell on the downside of things, that's for sure. Don't want to be too pessimistic. So on the upside, the weather's getting nice. Grass is green again. It's warm. So what do we have? We'll have a bunch of CSIS people wandering back and forth here, I suspect, as usual. And we'll just take our time here. One thing I kind of like about these glasses is they're fairly decent at night. My other ones weren't. And so I got this new pair. The only downside is I can't update the date and time. It won't update from 2023. So as you know, it's not 2023 now. It was May of 2025. So the timestamp is inaccurate. And just as I come out here, you see this right here. As soon as I come out here, the police synchronizing here. Can't see the car number there though. That's the Ottawa Police. So you see the police in 2 provinces showing up to harass and stalk tonight, and that was just as I came out from their purposeful disruption tactic. Can't see the car number there though. That's the Ottawa Police. So you see the police in 2 provinces showing up to harass and stalk tonight, and that was just as I came out from their purposeful disruption tactic by the drug trafficking Freemason thugs with the Ottawa Police. And the thug was kind of smiling too, so look at the road here, okay? See the road down there? So I have my phone with me. Nobody there at all. Nobody up here as well, other than this person who's wandering down here. And they show up here. So you can see it's purposeful harassment and intimidation there. That's the drug trafficking, crime enabling Freemason pedo Ottawa Police there, who violently attacked me, and you can see they're still showing up to harass and intimidate me as I try to go to my job. No one here, no reason to be here. And obviously, because I have my phone, they know exactly where I am. So it also shows that they're tracing, tracking where I'm going. So when they try to deny these things and say, oh no, I'm just here randomly, they're lying through their teeth. You can establish that there. So that's two separate provinces, the police showing up to harass and intimidate me tonight as I simply try to go to my job. And what they do at their jobs is drive around stalking and terrorizing people and enabling drug dealers and working with criminal gangs and ensuring that they can function properly and staging fake events alongside the Canadian media, who actually have an interconnectedness with the police and a lot of these people who are part of the Canadian communitarian system. They have to participate in these staged deceitful events as well, because that's part of their obligation to the community, to deceive other members of the public on a large scale. So if you saw the clip of the Ottawa police officer who burst out laughing in what you were told was a quote-unquote terror attack at Parliament Hill, you understand what these events really are, and they just use them to create justifications to enact laws removing rights, and also to attack the Charter of Rights, and to use deceit to attempt to push all these new restrictions. And it's Freemasonry fully involved, because all these cops and males are all Masons. They get rewarded for their deceit and their criminal activities, while they ensure that drug dealers can work freely. So that's what's going on in this country. That's why so many people are leaving this country. But those people don't want to leave. They're happy here because they're going to be rewarded for their disgusting activities. And so as you saw, I was physically violently attacked by the Ottawa Police a few weeks ago for speaking the truth, because everything they do involves deceit and lying, and they can't take the truth being spoken to them. They cannot handle the truth. So because they're not intelligent enough to refute facts, they just scream at you and they just violently attack you when you speak the truth. And you see again tonight, harassment and intimidation from these drug trafficking Freemason thugs. I hope I captured the car number there, but I didn't immediately see it. But I said, watch, there'll be somebody, constables or police. I predicted that you could hear me when I was on the trail, and then they have them there. So anything that cop says, that first cop who showed up that day to stalk me as I was just going to get groceries, we prove 100% he's lying. You can see they're tracking where I'm going, and they're showing up to harass me. And so he's lying when he's saying, oh, I was just going to get something at Tim Hortons. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. You're there to criminally harass and stalk me like you've been doing for 3 years. And so that proves further that you're just a liar, and that everything that I was saying was correct. And that they have to work through deceit, manipulation, lying, and criminal activities. Because that's what they are. They're a criminal organized crime syndicate. And you see they allow all these gangs to function freely. No repercussions for dealing crack and meth. They're fine with that. Police allow people, as you saw in my other video there, when I was down near Rideau Center a few weeks back, people openly doing hard drugs right out in the street just after the police had passed me. So that's what they're involved in. They're fine with that happening right out in the open, while they go on with the media and lie and say, oh, we have all these epidemics. Yeah, I wonder what's causing that. I wonder what's causing that. You have the most sophisticated technology available to anyone, and yet somehow we're supposed to believe that these drugs are just slipping through into the country? I mean, come on. CSIS is taking part in ensuring that they get in, and criminals and drug dealers are allowed to operate, and they work with these Freemasons and the police. So you see them showing up to harass me tonight as I go to my job. Can I help you? Can I help you?
For a gas station. I'm getting close, so I needed to pull over. Do you know, is there one like close by?
Probably down that little ways down there.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna search to make sure I can find one.
Yeah, you have to do it right here on the property, though.
Can you? Needed to pull over, mate.
Yeah, it's just weird that you just decided to pull onto the property here.
Sure,
You could do it anywhere.
Get in front of your gate there.
You wanted to,
No, I just didn't want to block the gate.
Oh no, I understand. I'm just saying you could do that anywhere though, like down here. You could do it up there.
Sure.
So I'm just asking if you could just.
I literally have been riding for 14 hours. I need to wait 2 minutes here so I can just find a gas station, and I'm gonna be out of your hair.
But if you can do it, like, my point is you can do it over there. You can do it anywhere.
Whatever makes you happy, dude.
Okay, it does.
Having one of those nights, I can tell you are.
Nope, not at all. Not at all.
I can tell you are.
No, not at all. You're trying to cause a problem where there's none. I've simply asked. No, you've come onto the property for no valid reason, and I'm just requesting that you leave.
Valid reason, dude.
No. Okay, so we have motorcycle biker gangs continually going up and down the street all night, and you're then you're pulling up on a motorcycle to pull onto the property after all night we have biker gangs driving back and forth.
I'm not from Ottawa.
I have video footage of it, so that's what. That's okay, sir. I don't want to argue with you. You've come to cause an argument. That's why you're here. So I'm leaving now. You've come to cause an argument. You've come to. No, I'm not having a bad night at all.
I'm sorry that
having to deal with somebody who comes to provoke arguments for no reason on a bike when people are all night harassing. I don't want to. So go ahead then. You're the one remaining on the property and trespassing.
Oh my God. I didn't know you had some gangs or anything going on. I came to ask you for directions and you're giving me shit.
I gave you directions. You're remaining here to provoke an argument. You're here to provoke an argument. I'm not talking to you. Go away. Go away. Leave the property. It's not me, sir. You're a provocateur. You're a provocateur, and you get paid to do. Yeah, I got you on camera too. Don't worry. I got you on camera too.